Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. This is Showstar TV. This is the Oval Wembley Arena. This is Showstar Boxing. The time for talking is over, and the time for action is now! Showstar Boxing presents 5 2-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division on pay-per-view. A 3-year rivalry has come to a head as we introduce first from Team USA in the blue corner. At 31 years old and 6 feet tall, 78 kilograms or 171.96 pounds. A social media star with over 10 million followers on his channels. Plus, he says, I will outpace, outland, and outwork my opponent. Born in the Philippines, but fights out of Los Angeles, California, USA. Introducing Alex Wassabi. We introduce his adversary in the red corner. 24 years of age and standing, 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 76.5 kilograms or 168.87 pounds. With also over 10 million followers on YouTube. He says, this fight is all or nothing. I plan to silence my opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Watford, England, introducing Deji. When your main event begins, your referee in charge, Ken Curtis.
Wow, just wow, guys. The hairs are standing on the back of your neck.
You can feel the atmosphere in there.
So when I say break,
and you can
stop boxing, take a
you can
step
feel
back.
it's time.
In the event of a boxer going down, the other one goes to a neutral corner and defends yourself at all times, okay? Shake hands, both of you.
Joe, as they go back to their corners, just so much at stake. And it's finally here. It's finally now.
It's unbelievable. The heart rate will be pounding, adrenaline pumping. This is this is war. These guys have got so much to prove.
The crowd, look at JJ, can see him front row. Nerves will be going through him right now. But once the first few shots land, hopefully he'll settle down.
First round.
And here we go. Southpaw stands for Deji, as he's the slightly shorter man. And we're waiting for those first exchanges. Alex thought about it, steps back. Tense moments, guys, as they feel each other out, but it's Deji that fires first, and immediately Alex comes straight back.
It's great to see that they've not just driven straight in with emotion and let things go wildly. They've been calculated, they've clearly got game plans, and this looks like it's going to be set up to be of a decent level.
Indeed, Deji with very good head movement. You know, punches don't have to be coming in for you to move your head. You know, he's changing the level really well. Slipping a few of the shots as well, tied up at the right time. He looks like he has his composure today. And same with Alex Wassabi.
I was going to say the same about Deji's footwork. Everything at the moment is looking really good.
Yeah, things are really tight. He's not really spreading his feet out and leaving his trailing leg behind as he's coming forward. Everything's tight. He's got his centre of gravity well. He's moving his head in a fantastic way, but Alex being aggressive here.
Yeah, he's noticeably, as I said, the taller of the two boxers. The one thing I will say about Alex, look how wide his stance is, how flat his feet are at the moment. That needs to be exploited by Deji. He's very flat-footed.
Deji is controlling the middle of the ring right now with his front foot pressure. Just got a counter in there and 2 nice slips as well. I feel like this is a good opening round. This is how opening round should be. And they're measuring each other up right now.
great to see. You know, Deji's clearly improved. He's calculated. That head movement is the best that we've seen all night. You know, he's so natural with it. And yeah, let's hope he's up for stepping on the gas and letting his hands go as this fight goes on.
And as we saw there, he's beautifully balanced.
What a lovely slip there from Deji. Made him miss completely.
Vidal, that was almost a professional slip. That was beautifully done. He changed the feet.
It was a professional slip. Listen, if I can make someone miss by that much, I'll be happy. So I'll tell you that was a very good slip.
But Joe, right at the end there, as they clashed, Deji would move out the way and they clashed shoulders. It made Alex smile a little, but it just shows the intent for Deji. He wasn't going to even move going back to his own corner.
Exactly. It kind of reminds me of KSI versus Logan Paul 2 in America. Logan was very happy and almost like, you know, just happy to be there almost. And KSI was very focused, so much venom in his eyes and his demeanor. And Deji's carrying that within himself right now. And I feel like as the fight gets hard, the pace gets going, and fatigue sets in, it's the guy that's more determined that will pull through.
It comes down to heart. At some point in that ring, it comes down to heart.
So round 2 of 5 on this, our main event of the evening. And you can see that discipline, that focus on Deji's face and that movement. Do you know what, guys? I also like the way when he's under pressure, he steps in. Most people always step out, but you can step in to get inside those arms.
You can smother your opponent instead of retreating from your opponent. Alex Wassabi, he needs to read the fight. You know, Deji's got a good slip happening, but he should start bringing them up. You know, start bringing an uppercut up instead of a...
Who on earth is this? What has happened here?
What's going on here?
Oh, some guy wanted to make a name for himself, and he has been thrown bodily out of the ring. Wanted to make a big name for himself.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Only Nico or Milana can pull that off effectively. That was embarrassing.
Well, giving our fighters time to regroup. And Alex very calm again as well, smiling. But we did not need this as it was building just nicely. Reminds me back in the old days, boys, before your time when the guy parachuted into the ring in a professional boxing bag.
Yes. We have seen the footage of that one. This is the modern day version.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the social media audience is where they can comment whatever they like on videos. It seems that they almost bring that to this sort of thing as well, where they feel like there's no rules, they can just do whatever they want. But that's not the case, and it just damages and tarnishes the reputation of what we're doing here.
I think even though he could have got a YouTube video out of that, maybe the way he left the ring ruined his video.
Oh yeah, I mean, the way he left was not the way he came in. It was like throwing out the rubbish, wasn't it? It was just like, whoop, out you go, son.
The main event is, we want to just see the action. We want to see the two guys. It was really starting to warm up as well.
That's the thing, and the thing that upsets me most for this is Deji was in the zone. He was moving nicely, he was slipping, he was countering. As we said, he was pushing back. How's this going to affect them both? Because he was right there in that zone.
Well, I think, look, it is giving them a breather. It's giving them a chance to get their thoughts together. Adrenaline would have settled now. And if anything, they're probably thinking, oh, ideal.
Well, got to commend Alex. That demeanour he brought into the ring is still there. That's, as you said, that smiley American Logan Paul style. He's coping with it very well. But let's get it. Oh, no, let's get it back on now.
Oh no, what's happening?
Oh no! Please don't say this is over. I know. One of the referee or judges at ringside was quite irate. Let's see what happens here. This would be a prime.
I've spoken to the officials, and we just want to ask every single one of you, just please, if you can step back from the ring, and if you possibly can, take your seats, because we really want this bout to continue. But that last act was very dangerous, and we're in danger of potentially calling this fight off. So please, everybody, take your seats. Let's relax and enjoy this last bout, your main event.
just how much more tension can this young man take? He's got the weight of the show on his shoulders. He knows what this bout means to him, and right when he's getting into his groove, this happens as well. Unbelievable. You couldn't write this, guys. You couldn't write it.
I mean, I think Deji looks relaxed, to be honest. He's so elevated compared to previous fights. Mentally, he's strong. He just looks focused and ready to go.
This is good, I think, for Deji. I think it's good for both fighters because you've had a round under the lights now. Now you've got even extra time to think about what you're going to do next. As much as it is an inconvenience, it can play in the fighters' favours.
So we're just waiting for the crowds to move back. And when we talk about a big crowd, we mean it here at Wembley. As you see on our monitor here, incredible crowd here, and we're going again. Well, boys,
Action
we really
back.
have had everything tonight. And I love that movement of Deji. So as you said, still looks focused, Joe.
It's great movement, but yeah, we need to see some offense as well. It's all good dipping shots, but we need to see some attacking, or else the judges are just going to say, you're not doing enough, mate.
He has to stay switched on when he's in close as well, because Wassabi is active when the clinch is initiated. So he does need to stay switched on and not think that's a safe space.
And Vidal, picking up on Joe's statement, the old statement, make them miss, make them pay. Don't just do half the job. Slip, counter.
That's it. That is the name of the game, to make the person miss and make them pay. He has made him pay, but not as much as he could have if he was in the right positions in the ring.
So it's Deji stalking Alex Wassabi, and every
Nice
time he
one,
lands, the crowd go crazy.
Wassabi returns.
I do think in the back of Deji's mind will be, don't gas out, do not gas out. And he knows that gassing out predominantly comes when he's attacking. So for me, that was an Alex Wassabi round. He was more active, connected more effectively.
Yes.
Deji does need to step up offensively now if he wants to make his mark in this contest.
I'd say it's one apiece right now. I think that's fair to say it's one apiece. In the first round, you can score Deji up on his defense, but then in the second round, if you're defending and the other guy begins to up his attack and neither of you are really landing, you have to go with the aggressor. And that's why I agree with Joe on the second round going in Wassabi's favour.
And that's why I was saying I'd like to see Deji do the second part of his job. He's slipping and moving so well. Slip and move, stepping forward, and then make him pay. Be in that position where once he's missed, you're in a position to capitalise. As you said, Vidal is being in the right position there.
That's it, and he can't be afraid to get tired. He can't be afraid to put his foot down. This is what he said. He said it's all or nothing. So you got to leave it out there. No point reserving the tank.
It's true, and if you're putting in work and working hard and getting tired, you're making your opponent put in work and getting tired because they're having to defend. So it's not just you.
But we talked about that second round. Look what it's done for the confidence of Alex Wassabi. Suddenly, he's the man in the middle of the ring pushing forward. A distinct change in his tactics for round 3.
He's realised, again, he's fighting away from home. We saw a close decision in the last fight with King Kenny and Fez Temper. And he knows that he's going to have to leave his mark on this if he really wants to get the decision. Deji needs to attack more. At the moment, the slipping is brilliant, but we need to see the counters.
Joe Ellis is having a level of success with just a straight jab cross combination.
Exactly that. I think if he engaged a few uppercuts, as Deji slips and puts his head down, if he came with a nice right uppercut, it could catch him nicely.
Indeed, or even take a half a step back, when Deji's ducking, he can take half a step back, give himself some leverage for an uppercut. He would have more success. But I still feel like he is winning this round.
And the pace has picked up from both of them as well. Let's not forget that. We've got a 5-rounder, and actually showing their cardio, the pace has increased in this third. And I think that's partly due to Alex coming forward now and asking questions of Deji.
Yeah, he's pushing the pace because he's realised that Deji's not in. It doesn't look like he's in there to work. It looks like he's trying to keep the pace low, and Wassabi's doing the opposite.
Yeah, it looks, the difference is one's looking to survive right now, and the other one's looking to attack. And Deji needs to feed off this crowd. They're chanting his name. He needs to put some shots together.
For sure.
Key moment, this, the third round of 5. And it's all about momentum, isn't it? And momentum is so key and if we look at round 2 and what's happening in round 3, the momentum is shifting unless Deji does something about it now.
There's a good double jab there and backhand from Deji. We need more of it. We need more of it. He's waiting too long to get those combinations off.
We're past that pivotal point. We're on the downward slide now, penultimate round 4. And it's a dangerous time for the hometown fighter now, Joe.
Correct. I mean, I have Alex winning 2-1 at the moment. This round 4 is pivotal for Deji. He needs to step up on it. I'm sure his trainer's going to be saying, look, some shots need to get loaded now. Let your hands go. Don't try and be perfect, because what can happen is you're searching for the perfect shot, the perfect opening, and you end up throwing nothing.
Right.
I know that very, very well. And basically, what it needs to come down to is Deji needs to make this a fight. Forget the boxing if it comes down to it. Make it a fight and just put the pressure on Alex Wassabi.
I believe Deji is stronger than Alex Wassabi physically, and he needs to show that now. You know, show the tank he is. Come out and really push Alex Wassabi back and push the face and win this fight convincingly.
And Vidal, not worry about the gas. Go for it. Actually stay in the pocket, step there, and don't worry about the gas.
There's no need to worry about the gas. He's trained hard. He needs to believe in himself that he's trained hard. It's the penultimate round. You know, it's a 2-minute round. You need to work.
That's better.
Straight left there from Deji.
Great from Deji.
It's made Alex Wassabi wake up, and as you can see, he is not trying to clinch. He is actively trying to work out of that clinch.
Well, the crowd responded to that beautiful left from Deji, but he really does, as you heard the lad say, he needs more of this. This is round 4, only 4 and 5 left. And again, he slips so beautifully.
He really does.
He needs to capitalise on this now. It would have given him confidence. Hopefully he remembers how he set up that shot and he deploys it some more.
When he slips to the outside, that left hook is a natural follow-up. Just bang with the left in as he slips outside, and he's going to catch Alex.
Oh, big shot from Alex Wassabi. He's been working in the clinches. I was saying a couple rounds ago, Deji has to stay switched on inside because Wassabi is active. And now we see the test of Deji's composure. He's taking a big clean shot. Will he keep himself together?
Yeah, and those clinches, they take your energy as well. Just holding on. You're tensing your whole body, and that can drain you.
For sure.
And now Alex Wassabi showing that he can slip with the best of them, and he threw that right as a counter afterwards. And then the uppercut right hand came in. Dangerous times for Deji here because Alex is growing in confidence.
Deji needs to do exactly what he's doing, which is hold and slow his momentum down. 25 seconds left, get back to the corner and finish off a boxing performance.
That's right. Apart from that nice bit of success that Deji had with the nice left hand, he's finishing well here. I was about to say Alex has had the better shots, but if Deji continues this into the end of the round, it might impress the judges.
When Wassabi just comes back, it wasn't subtle, but he just threw 3 straight right hands to back Deji into his own corner at a pivotal time when the judges are looking with that pencil in hand.
Alex Wassabi is wide open for counters as he is coming to attack Deji. When he's coming in to attack Deji, he's throwing that right hand, he is open. If Deji just slipped and came back with that counter, it would change the whole tail of the fight. Hopefully his corner are saying that to him in the corner right now, because he can counter big off Alex Wassabi's aggressiveness.
That's right, and I feel like final round, Deji needs a KO. Deji needs to knock Alex Wassabi out here. Or at least knock him down.
For it, Joe, there was that beautiful left hand, but as Vidal said, he's never capitalised on it enough. He needs to stay in that pocket, bob and weave and counter, roll. When he rolls, as Vidal said, Alex is wide open, isn't he?
Yes, Alex is open as he's coming in, and in the clinches, Deji needs to stay alert. He is not as safe as he thinks he is up close.
So, 5th and final round. Sting in the tail, guys. Remember, this is all or nothing for that man in the red corner, and he now, I think, needs to have that attitude, all or nothing in this 5th round.
Agreed.
The crowd chanting his name. He needs to feel it. Let it pump through his veins. Forget getting tired. It doesn't matter. Everything is on the line here.
He did a beautiful little shoulder bump. The left hand was the natural follow-up, and he didn't throw it.
He threw a good straight left there, but then Wassabi comes back with the attack
Wassabi
now.
wants to end it right now.
And look, he's had enough.
And it's Wassabi saying, I'm not the one holding. And he's probably got a point there, you know.
I do see Wassabi's frustration, you know, from being held. And the referee should say to Deji it's excessive holding at this point.
Yeah, I think that's what frustrated him most, Joe, was the referee actually said to Wassabi, come on, son, stop holding. And Wasabi's going, it wasn't me.
It's difficult as well, you know. Both fighters clearly tired here. They're, if anything, playing possum a little bit, just, you know, waiting for the other one to do something.
Needs to let his hands go. He needs to let his hands go. Wasabi has looked like the only person who actually wants to win this fight with punches. You know, if this was a defensive game purely, Deji would win every round.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the art of landing punches and being the aggressor, Wassabi has ticked that box every round.
Vidal has summed that up for me. It's so frustrating, Joe, is that half the job has been done and it's not enough.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult for Deji. You can tell he's improved so much. He's lasted the longest he's ever lasted, I believe, in a fight.
I agree. This is true.
It's just he's missing that final piece that boxing is all about.
And Alex caught him just with a straight jab cross combination game right at the end of the round. And in rounds 4 and 5, those last 10 seconds have seen Deji backed up in his own corner.
Listen, I saw Deji look way better than he did his last time out. He had great balance today. Good head movement. The feints were there, but the end product was missing.
Yeah,
and that is the punches.
Exactly, and you're looking at the body language of both guys here. You know, obviously we're seeing the replay of Alex's success and Deji retreating, but the body language initially here, Alex is celebrating and dancing. Deji is stood still, looking around, not sure. But in these replays, we can see, you know, that up-close aggressive attack that Alex had. There were a lot of misses, but there were some successful hits that he had in. And I think, you know, on my card, Alex Wassabi is the winner here.
It's just a shame so much of the job was done already. You know, so much of the job was done already. And all he had to do was get those counters off, man, get those punches off after making him miss. But Wassabi, credit to him for reading the fact, credit to him on his side for realizing Deji was trying to keep a low pace and to continue to push the pace more.
And also that body clock right towards the end of each round, he pushed forward in those last 15-20 seconds automatically at the end of the round.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, what we're seeing here is KSI, his brother, giving him advice after the fight. I don't know, it's difficult because obviously Deji's come out and said if he doesn't win this one, he's never boxing again. But it's great to see, look, his brother KSI supported him, and that is great to see, you know, especially where they've had such differences in recent times.
And Vidal, I'd hate for that to be the fact, because as you both have pointed out, he's showing great leaps and bounds. There's a lot there technically that is very, very good.
You just got to remember, he's been on big shows. And you know, when you're on a big show, people expect you to be a certain level. That's the truth. And they expect you to improve at a certain speed. Deji didn't go to the speed that of our expectations, but he has improved. We've seen that now. The last performance to this performance, his physical condition has improved. His performance improved. He took some punches in there. He knew when to hold, when to give himself that bit of time to recover. And here, now we got the decision.
Well, let's be honest, on the co-main event, we were proven wrong with the decision. I've got a feeling we're going to be right with it tonight, and that Alex Wassabi will make his statement. We're going to see now tense moments here at the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for your main event fighters. After 5 rounds of boxing, we go to your judges for the decision. Our first judge scores the bout 50-46 in favor of the blue corner. Our second judge 49-47 in favor of the red corner.
Mate.
Our third and final judge scores the bout 48-47. Declaring your winner by split decision, Alex Wassabi.
The right man won. The scoring was off, but in boxing, in these situations, don't worry about the score. Worry about your hand being raised. It's a shame that it isn't accurate, but the right man won.
Yeah, it's very sad for Deji. Obviously seeing him being consoled by his brother as coach, he's made a lot of people proud. I think that was his biggest worry, you know, that he would let people down. But everyone's proud of, you know, seeing how far he's come. He's lost a lot of weight, but unfortunately he did not do enough, as Alex Wassabi did do, to win this fight.
Well, as Vidal said, the man has had to learn his trade in the spotlight entirely.
He has, and you know that's a credit to his hard work elsewhere. That's the attention and the traction that he brings. Today is the best that we have seen him. I wish someone would have threw me a bag of pick and mix instead of throwing it in the ring. But anyway, Deji, he done well tonight. He done well tonight. He didn't get the win, but he did perform well.
And his statement that, you know, if I lose this one, I'm out of here. There's many top-class fighters across MMA, kickboxing and boxing that have been 0-3, but they've learnt their trade outside of the limelight and gone on to forge careers.
Of course. And I don't know if boxing is something he's going to want to do again after tonight. But I'd actually like to see him rematch with Alex Wassabi. I feel like there's co-main and the main are two fights deserving of a rematch.
Especially with the judging, Joe. He's got a great point there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that co-main event was, in our opinions, scored wrongly. But here we go. We've got some interviews.